All right, friends, here's your answer key for Wednesday, October 18th. The first question says, circle all the factors of 32. So factors are two numbers multiplied together. Let's find them for 32. Well, I'm going to start off with the easier ones. 1 times 32. It's even, so I know 2 is going to be multiplied by 16 to get 32. When I look at 3, nothing times 3 equals 32. 4 times 8 equals 32. Nothing times 5 equals 32. Nothing times 6 equals 32. Nothing times 7 equals 32. Oops, something times 8 equals 32, so I know I'm done with my factors of 32. So when I look at my answer choices, is there anything times 3 that equals 32? Nope. 4? Yes, 4 times 8. So I know B is going to be my answer. And C, because 8 times 4 equals 32. And there's nothing times 6 that equals 32. Next one, circle all the factors of 28. So I'm going to solve on my T-chart. 1 times 28 equals 28. It's even, so 2 times 14 equals 28. There's nothing times 3 that equals 28. 4 times 7 is 28. There's nothing times 5 that equals 28. There's nothing times 6 that equals 28. There is something times 7, but we already have it. So I'm all done with my factors for 28. Let's take a look. Nothing times 6 equals 28. We said 4 times 7 equals 28, so that's an answer choice. Nothing times 8, and here's 7. 7 and 4 equal 28. So the final question of this portion asks which factors are common to both 32 and 28. So when I look at my work, I can see they both have 1s, they both have 2s, they both have 4s. So that would be 1, 2, and 4. Okay, next question. Which numbers have a difference close to 1,000? So that word close to gives me a clue that I can estimate and subtract. And that's good because estimating makes my life so much easier when I subtract. So let's do that on a scrap sheet of paper. The first one says 3,008 minus 1,998. Well, I'm going to estimate 3,000 to be closest to 3,000. 1,998, that's really close to 2,000. So I'm going to estimate, now I subtract. I'm going to subtract all the way to my thousands place. 3 minus 2 is 1. And that's what I'm looking for, which difference is close to 1,000. So A is a possible answer choice. Let's solve for B. 5,802. I'm going to estimate that's closest to 6,000. 4,100, that's closest to 4,000. So I'm going to subtract all the way to my thousands place. 6 minus 4 is 2, 2,000. But I'm looking for what's closest to 1,000. So B is not an answer choice. Let's solve for C. 6,050 minus 4,198. Well, let's estimate. 6,050 is closest to 6,000. 4,198, well, that's closest to 4,000. I subtract all the way to my thousands place, all my zeros. 6 minus 4 is 2, which you can see is exactly what I did here. So I know that that is not going to be an answer choice because I'm looking for which difference is closest to 1,000, which A is my only one. Next question. Here we have those place value blocks again, and we're trying to figure out the total value of the block shown. Let's start in our ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ones. Here's our tens. We have 2 tens, which is equivalent to 20. No hundreds, it just bumps up to 1,000, and we have 2 of those. So it's 2,000. So when I add 2,000 plus 20 plus 5, I get 2,025. That's the value of the place value blocks. The next question asked me to circle other ways to represent this value. So I'm going to show my work on another page to talk about the value of these funny numbers. A is 20 hundredths. That is equivalent to 2,000 because if I have 20 $100 bills, I have $2,000. If I have 25 ones, that's 25. When I add those together, I get 2,025, which is the value of my blocks. So that's one way to represent that. Let's check and make sure because it says circle other ways, which probably means there's going to be more than one answer. B, 22 hundredths. 22, and then I put 2 zeros behind it because I know it's representing the hundredths, and 5 ones. So my value of that would be 2,205. The numbers are similar, but they are not what I'm looking for. Let's try C. 1,000. Well, that equals 1,000. 12 hundredths. I write my 12 and I put 2 zeros to represent my hundredths place. 5 ones. When I add that all up, I get 1,205. Oh, excuse me, I made a mistake. I should have 2 in my thousands place. 2,205. That is not what we're looking for. We're looking for 2,025. Similar numbers, but not exact. Let's check our last one. 1,000 equals 1,000. 9 hundredths equals 900. 12 tens. 12 tens is going to be 120 because I take my 12 and I put a 0 behind it. And my 5 ones. Let's add these all up. Get a 5 in my ones place, 2 in my tens. I got a 10 here, so I carry my 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2,025. That is what I'm looking for. So that is another answer choice for my place value question. Alright, the next question is asking me to round the numbers to the closest hundred. Which numbers can be rounded to 1,500? So I can circle more than one answer. So for all of these, I'm going to be rounding them to the nearest hundreds place. So A, 1,549. I look here. There's a 4 behind the 5. 4 or less, let it rest. So that's going to rest at 1,500, which is an answer choice. Let's look at B, 1,448. Underline my hundreds place. Look behind it. 4 or less, let it rest. That's going to rest at 1,400. We're looking for what's going to go to 1,500, so I can eliminate B. C, 1,567. Underline my hundreds place. Has a 6 behind it, so I know 5 or more raise the score. So that's going to estimate to 1,600, which is not what I'm looking for. D, 1,458. Underline my hundreds place. Look behind the place value. 5 or more raise the score, so that 4 is going to bump up to a 5 to be 1,500, which is what I'm looking for. So when rounding, you should have all